Do you like car detailing? Please subscribe Weeler Detailers, hit the bell icon and watch all our videos.
So what's up everyone? This is a special day for me today. It's Tuesday, it's a very busy week and I wanted to show everybody my very colorful socks. Wow, yeah. Wow, yeah, very sporty also, Jordi. Yeah, really cool. So thank you very much for tuning in again on the Weeler Detailers YouTube channel. Today you see me here sitting in front of a black Audi R8. To be exact, a Mythos, a black Audi R8. And as we have discovered here, this is what we call really like hard paint. So, and hard paint is a little bit different way approaching on the polishing aspect to remove scratches and swirls and some marring and some small hairline scratches as I see here. So we thought, because we get this question often, man, I think my BMW paint is very hard, or I think my Audi or Volkswagen paint is very hard. How do I need to polish? So this is a really good occasion, with special thanks to Pieter and Jordi from Puur in Leusden in Holland, to help them out polishing this black Audi and to help you guys out, to give you some guidance on one way that I like to use on polishing hard paints and to correct this paint till it's a flawless shine and surface. So as we moved with the LED light, we see a lot of small scratches, swirls, wash marks. Here we see some water spots here lower, and everything needs to go out before we can prep this paint and make it ready for a quartz coating. And before we start polishing, I always would like to know how thick the paint is that I can be working on, so I can determine a little bit on what's happening. This is exactly 100. Also 100. 90 on the lower parts. 79. 81. 107. 85. 86. 91. So roughly we can figure that the paint is quite on the thin side, with microns as from 80, 79, 80 up till 107 on top, so on this part. But most of the parts I think it's quite on the thin side, so there is not super much paint what we can use. And therefore I'm not going to be using a rotary polisher. So for me this is a little bit of too much risk. Other people might think different. There are more ways that lead to Rome, but I try to do it on a safe scale on polishing and to make sure everything comes out. So what I want to do here is want to use my orbital polisher, in this case my Bigfoot 15, and I want to use the Rupes Twisted Wool Pad. As you can see here, it may look like quite some piece of pad, but it's a little bit more powerful to remove scratches on hard paint than a foam pad is, for example the yellow or the orange Quantum Hex Logic Pad. And at the same time it gives already quite some good finish. So with that I can probably, this is what I'm hoping for, the test spot should prove that, move on with one foam pad after this one, a yellow or an orange one. So I have this flawless finish that we all love, and which makes me move on with the rest of the right door and after that the whole car. So this is a blue and a white wool pad. It also feels like wool, and in a way it's a little bit softer, but wool creates more heat moment. And with that heat moment will start when the pad is rotating, or in this case oscillating, orbital movement on the paint, and with that the abrasive of the polish is breaking down much faster and works more and more efficient. So if the wool pad, because this thing is still quite on the new side, I only used it one time on another car before and I'm really impressed with the result. It might be, since the wool is a little bit of new, it might leave some small pieces of hair behind. Nothing to be worried about. We can just vacuum that all afterwards again and make sure the car is completely done. That all belongs with the wool pad, in this case the Twisted Wool Pad from Rupes. Gonna adhese this on my Bigfoot 15 polisher, and I will make sure, where is my masking tape? for a good test spot, which I'm doing here, to determine what combination of machine, pad and polishes will work. Then we can figure it out how we can repeat that over the whole surface of the car. So to start with polishing, I will put on some V34, which is a strong polish. And as you can maybe remember if you watched our previous videos, you can remember that the V34 is a strong kind of water-based polish. So yes, it will dust a lot, but it is also like super clean. And put on some pad conditioner to prime the pad. So I'm now working with this polish on a grit scale of 1500 grit to 2000 grit. So I tipped on the V34 polish on the surface, make sure the setting is being switched back to 1, put the accelerator on auto, spread out the polish, and when I use this one orbital, I never use it higher than setting 4 on the polisher. Here we go. So as you can see here, I can see the paint coming through the applied polish already. And with that, it's a signal that I reached the end of the grit scale. So can you get me a green towel, please? Thank you very much. As you can see, the parts of the pad are like everywhere. It'd be nice if you do the tweedle tweedle tweet song in the video. It means like a bird is in the rui. So, the first hit with V34 on the Twisted Wool Pads from Rupes. Let's check what we've done here. So we can see the swirls are as good as gone. I think here I didn't touch it so good here on the top end, here so, like this, but in the middle it's quite good. And on the other sides as well. And you see a lot of marks, so it's not perfect yet. That comes from wool. So what wool does, it will take out with that strong polish the deeper kind of scratches and swirls on this paint, and it will leave a lot of marks from the wool pad, which we're gonna remove now, hopefully with an orange pad and with the V36 or VSS Polish. So let's go. So the VSS, which goes from 2000 to 2800 grit, so divided over the surface. Switch the machine back on 1, put it on auto. Move on to setting 5. There we go. So let me wipe down this area with all the, I don't know, the hairs of the wool pad. It's insane. But the results of this pad are so enormously good. Especially on hard paints. So the first attempt I was already impressed a lot. Can you get some Ecosmart there, Jordi?
Ecosmart.
Thank you. And that I wanted to share this with you guys for a long time. Because we get on a daily basis emails and phone calls and WhatsApp messages. How do I polish hard paint? So, and we wanted to make a video about this for a long time already. And now, thanks to this opportunity with this super awesome ride, we can. Wow.
It's like if you hit a sheep.
Sheep, other side of the street. We actually had a great idea, but Chris ruined our idea. So the idea was, Chris was here this morning. He said he was doing some work, but nobody have seen him working. You never know. But actually, Chris left his jacket here on top. And then we saw our ecological mowing friends, the sheep, being dropped here by some sheep specialist guy. And Chris left his jacket here upstairs. So we thought it was really, really funny that if we could like go into the lawn and be one of the sheep, then Jordi and me would put Chris's jacket on the sheep. So we thought it was really funny because you know, within, let's say 1 hour, Chris is asking, hey, has anybody seen my jacket? And we're like, no, we haven't seen it. Maybe it's outside. And then he sees the sheep walking in front of the building wearing his jacket. So, but he picked up his jacket and he said, oh, what are you guys laughing about? Nothing. Nothing, we admire your jacket. It's a really cool jacket. You guys are up to something, right? No, we don't. So yeah, that's pretty much how things roll here. So let me remove the masking tape. So this is polished. Here we go. And this is not. So this is polished. This is not. So let's polish off this whole door. So you see me working on steroids, and then we will finish it off and show you the end results and finalize everything you need to know on polishing hard paints. So here we go. Gonna do the top end now. Hopefully I can twist the mirror a little bit. So, huppatje. Let's move on. You can see here, the film layer is trying to get transparent so we see the paint again, which is good. Now it's time to wipe off the door.
Wipey wime.
Wipey wime, yeah, that's the English name of Wipey Wim. I think yesterday we had a really in-depth conversation together, Jordi and me, about how come that some Dutch names, when you pronounce them in English, still sound like Dutch names. So, for example, Jordi is on English Jordi. Martin is Martin. I also have a friend Wim. Actually, is actually a friend Wim from Street Customs. But if you look it into English, yeah, you can still say Wim. But we thought, why isn't it Wime?
Very cool.
So maybe Wim sees this video, Wim can help us out, to find the correct answer. For us it's kind of difficult. Wime, please help us. Yeah, you can also write here below why your name is not Wime in English, because I'm 100% sure that a lot of our viewers would like to know.
But how does an English name sound in Dutch? Like
John.
John.
Sean.
John. Sean. Sean.
Sean.
Harry. Harry.
Yeah. So this figures out pretty much how Jordi and me spend the days and asking ourselves really important questions in life. So let's switch. Look at how the pad looks now. It looks
like a bad hair day.
It looks like you. It looks like you when you need to go to the barber shop. Oh, it's actually kind of warm. Oh.
Thank you.
So we put it on a new orange light cutting Quantum Hex Logic Pad. So now it's time to finish it off and make sure that result is flawless. Here we go. So while I was just polishing with the orange pad, I already figured when I looked into the core of the light I wasn't so super happy. For some reason, I don't know, maybe I moved too fast or I just did not use not enough polish. It just didn't give me the result I was looking for. Therefore I switched to a yellow pad and this is going a little bit better. However, we still have got some parts to go. So let's remove all that polish residue. Unfortunately here on top we see some glue rests from the masking tape. It's not very nice, but it is as it is. So that was polishing hard paint, as you can see. I would say polishing this door, the front end, the top end, and here in the lower parts, which still needs some refinement on the edges, by the way, like here, but I'm gonna do that with another polisher. Will cost me, let's say, an hour, and I'm really thankful because of the Rupes Wool Pads, which helps me a lot on getting all the swirls and the scratches out from this hard Mythos black Audi paint. Then I finished it off first on orange, but I wasn't so happy with that, so I switched to a yellow pad with VSS on it. Well, you can see the befores and afters, so you can decide for yourself how you like the results. So this is my way to Rome, which can also hopefully help you to find answers and find working methods to work on paint correction on hard paints. So as you can see, real cars, real tools, real products, real results. So this is what Weeler Detailers is all about. If you guys got some questions on polishing hard paints, write them here below. Send us an email, info@chemicalguys.eu. Chat over the website or use the WhatsApp function with the customer service team, and we'll be happy to help and guide you to find the right working techniques and products for you as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
But how does an English name sound in Dutch? Like
John.
John.
Sean.
John. Sean. Sean.
Sean.
Harry. Harry.
Yeah. So this figures out pretty much how Jordi and me spend the days.